everybody, it's a Savagestacker. All right, so 2022 is closing. It is coming to an end, and we are moving forward every day, just like the ocean. Those waves keep on coming. You can't stop it. You can't stop time. It just keeps rolling through. For some people, 2022 was not a great year. For others, it was the most amazing year ever. Who knows what's in store for us for 2023? Let's just hope that things don't get any worse. Let's just hope for that. Let's have a blessed and amazing 2023 for everybody out there. And, 2023 for me is going to be a gold stacking year. I am going to attack gold like there is no tomorrow. And there's a couple reasons for that. So let's get into that real quick here. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for everybody for coming by my YouTube channel and checking it out. And hopefully you get something out of this and hit the thumbs up, and leave a comment, and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. All right. So for me, 2022 was quite the year for silver. Now, I did add quite a bit of gold to the stack. I think I mentioned that in my last video, the video before that, how many ounces I added to the stack. I added quite a bit, and I just really didn't put too much of it out there. I didn't show it too much on my channel because it seemed like people were really into silver for 2022. A lot of new stackers out there, and silver just seems to be an easier thing to stack than gold. But with inflation being where it's at, it's been going on for a couple years now. It's pretty much set in. Inflation is here to stay. Interest rates on houses, cars, and everything is way up. And transportation to fuel, food, clothing, everything is really, really high. And, time and time again, we've talked about how gold and silver are great hedges or great tools to fight against inflation. And I know with the prices of gold and silver lately, it hasn't really seemed that way, but you have to give it some time. It takes time to hedge against inflation. Inflation hasn't really stopped moving up, or kind of sideways now, but it's still growing. Things are still settling in. The economy is still slowly getting worse, and there's a lot of geopolitical issues and a lot of things going on that we can't control. And what we can control is how we go about protecting ourselves from inflation and economic instability. A couple ways to do that is buy silver and gold, buy extra food for your family, and pay off debt and bills, and pay them off in a faster, timely manner than you would normally. And, instead of paying the minimum, pay double, quadruple, whatever you can to pay things off. And then start jumping into something like this. But 2023 is definitely going to be a year for me for gold. And the couple of reasons why is, one, I went after silver in a huge way this last year, 2022, because the price came down extremely low. Even with the high premiums, we were still able to find silver around $21 to $23 an ounce, which was great. Even though it was like $18 an ounce on the paper market, we were able to find it physically for around 21 to 23 for a short period of time, a month, maybe 2 months, and then it came back up, and it's slowly creeping up, and the gold to silver ratio is slowly creeping down. And we were buying, I was buying silver around 90 to 95 to 98 to 1. And that's a good time to buy silver. For every ounce of gold, you get 98 ounces of silver. And now it's about 75, 76 to 1. So when it's in that limbo area, I like to start stacking gold a lot heavier. And I also, in this time, I kind of like to buy both, but because I went so heavy in 2022 on the silver, I want to focus a little more on gold, catch back up with my gold, and if the gold to silver ratio does come back down to 65 to 1, that's my first marker. I'm going to start trading in some of my silver to get more gold. And that will be my first marker right there, 70 or 65 to 1. I would like to trade probably about, let's see here, 130 would be 2 ounces of gold. I'll probably have to fluff it up a little bit for the LCS, probably give him 135 ounces or whatever, just to make him happy to get 1 ounce of gold, or 2 ounces of gold, and I'm okay with that. And here's why: because they give us deals from time to time, but it's also good when you want to trade something to actually give them a deal, because it makes it where it's worthwhile to them, and they'll continue to want to work with you and do it this way instead of selling to them and then buying and then that whole mess. So I'm going to go ahead and say for the first at least 3 to 6 months, I'm going to be focusing on gold, especially if the GSR, the gold to silver ratio, starts coming down, say 72 to 1, 70 to 1. I'm definitely going to be going after gold. Now, if the price of gold goes up and the price of silver goes back down, and we start seeing 85 to 1 on silver, or 82 to 1 on silver to gold ratio, I'm going to be going probably a little more. I'll probably forget this video and go back to silver for a short time. And that's just so I can play that GSR, just so I can trade. And the benefit of doing that is if I bought silver at 95 to 1 and sold it at 65 to 1, I'm making 30 ounces. 30 ounces on that deal. That's adding free 30 ounces of silver to the stack if you do it correctly. Now, like I said, I'll have to probably fatten it up the deal a little bit, extra 3 ounces for him for his premiums. And so, that's 27 ounces for free. That is what the plan is. And I've only done this a couple times. And my good buddy Silver Bean Counter, he is big on this. And I really want to learn from him and do this. Like if it comes down enough, I'd like to get at least 5 ounces that way this year. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it does that it's able to get down to 65 to 1 and do at least 5 ounces. That would be cool to trade that. That way it would save me weight. Silver is really heavy. It takes up a lot of space, and I'll be about where I want to be with my weight. As far as safety concerns in my house, fires or whatnot, be able to get this stuff out of there in a safely, timely manner for my wife and my kids if I'm not here. And another reason I want to go after gold is because gold overall usually has cheaper premiums, and the last few months it hasn't been that way. It seems like buffaloes and eagles, the prices on those have been extremely expensive. Anything American made from the United States Mint this last 6 months, 7 months has been ridiculous. And you can see that with the price of American silver eagles and buffaloes and eagles right now very easily by looking online. Historically, eagles were like $100 over spot, buffaloes were $150 over spot, and now it seems to be like $200 and $250, and at times it's been $300 over spot. Insane. That pushes me more towards the Canadian stuff, picking up the maples, or I don't have a full one of these, but I want one. Is a Britannia. They are nice, beautiful, and that will be my focus. If the premiums on that type of gold stays up there, I will be going after Britannias, kangaroos. What else is out there? The Philharmonic, that's a good one. Cheap one, but it's good. It sells well, very well known. And even some bars. I do like the Royal Canadian Mint bars. I like there's a few bars out there that I like. The how do you say it? Not the Asahi bars. Those are nice. Any kind of bars that are well known at a good price. Sometimes you can find them $49 over spot. Jumping on those if I can get a chance this year. Most of my gold is government minted, and but if I could find gold at a good price and it's a well-known maker or you know, company, then I will be more than happy to buy something that's, you know, $49 over spot versus paying $150 over spot. And so I just think that gold is going to be where it's at least in the first short term in 2023. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick with gold for a short time. And I went crazy on the silver. And I kind of wish that I had more gold. Some of those ounces in silver were gold. And I'm going to trade that GSR and see if that works out for me. What are your guys' thoughts? What do you think about gold this year? Do you like stacking full ounces, fractional? Some people can only afford fractional. I get it. And it's better to get some gold in your stack than not get none at all. I'm a full ounce gold buyer only for a couple reasons. I like what fractional gold does. I like that it's cheaper. Not overall cheaper. You're actually paying more per ounce. But, you know, you can buy, you know, 1/1/10 ounce at a time if you need to. And you're not tying up $2,000 in a full ounce, because that's sometimes kind of hard to do. Some people just can't do it. They haven't saved $2,000. Take them 3, 4, 5 months to do that, and you know, by them the price could be who knows where. But so fractional gold, I don't have a problem with it. But if I can, I prefer 1 ounce at a time, just because you're looking at anywhere from $50 to $100 to $150 over spot, where fractional, if you added up 10 1/10 ounces and you paid $220 or $230 for each one of those, you're looking at $500 over spot for that full ounce over time. And that's just more gold or silver you could have added to the stack. You know, that's like 2 10-ounce bars or 2 more 1/10 ounce coins or whatever. And, you know, so you got to pick your poison. It depends on your budget and how much money that you can afford to put into metals. And I think it's an important year to be stacking gold. I really do, just because inflation is set in. It's not going anywhere. When have you ever seen prices on things, except for fuel, come down significantly after they've risen as high as they have? I can't think of a time ever when food or anything like that has ever came back down. I remember when I was a kid, you can go into Burger King and get a Whopper for 99 cents. 99 cents. And it was like that for decades. Now a Whopper's like $10, $7 to $8 or something like that. That is inflation. Burgerflation. And I'll never forget that. When I first noticed that as a kid, I'm like, what? You can't get a Whopper for 99 cents no more? I thought it was the end of the world when I was a kid. I'm like, wow, we had to get this BK burger thing. It was like the size of a double cheeseburger, but it had all the same stuff as it was like a Whopper Junior. It was half the size for $1, and I was like, no way. Well, now you can't even get one of those for $1. They're like $4. So inflation has gone crazy, and gold over time you can hedge with it. It takes a few years. 3 to 5 years, you'll notice that you have hedged against inflation. If you think you're going to buy an ounce of gold today and you're going to hedge against inflation tomorrow, it doesn't work that way. And I hope you give it a chance. There's been many times I've gone into my local coin shop. Buffalo's just came out. Brand new 2022's just hit the market. Going to the coin shop, and he has one single one sitting in the case. And I'm like, oh, did you get those from the mint? He goes, no. Somebody came in and sold me that. I said, well, that's funny. They just came out a month ago. And they're like, yep, people buy them and then they sell them and they lose $100. It just mind boggles me. So give it a chance. If you buy some gold, as long as you ain't going through some super hard times, like your car breaks down or you're going to lose your house or something, hold on to it. You know, let that hedge against inflation work for you. Let it work. Don't just buy it to turn around and sell it right away. That's not how this works. You want to hold on to it long term. It's a long term hold, and give it a chance. I think gold's a great way to store your value of your wealth, and it has worked for me. And It's the only thing that's worked for me. So it kind of saves me from myself and spending cash. If I got available cash, it gets spent, even if I want to or not. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. It is a Savagestacker. Get yourself some gold. It is going to be the year for gold for me, at least for the next 3 to 6 months. Please hit that bell icon to get updated on my latest videos. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Savagestacker is over and out. Ow. I just stabbed myself on video. Blood already. Yeah. If you're not bleeding, I don't know what to tell you, boy. Look at that sexy beast. Blood, sweat, and tears on this table. Thank you, everybody. Savagestacker's over and out.